How's it going, guys? In today's video, we're checking out all the cool features that's introduced to us for the upcoming version of macOS Sequoia. So the compatible devices. The list is shown right here on the display. And for Apple Intelligence, every MacBook with a M series processor will be able to take full advantage of the upcoming Apple Intelligence. So first things first, the first thing I'd like to show you is the new iPhone mirroring function. You see, even in the developer beta, first beta profile, you do have access to the iPhone mirroring down here, but when you click on it, it doesn't do anything. To have access to this, I found out it's easier if you just actually type in iPhone mirroring on the Finder, and it'll pop up right here, and you can click and drag it to your taskbar. But during Apple's keynote, they demonstrated that if you're working on a project and you have your phone in your backpack or something like that, you just don't want to take it out, your phone notification will be shown on your Mac computer, allowing you to quickly tap on it and immediately connect. And then while you're operating your iPhone like this, your phone will also remain locked and you'll be able to still use this even in nightstand mode, which is quite awesome. The next new thing can be located in the system settings. In system settings, we now have this macOS Beta wallpaper, which is actually animated. As you unlock or lock your display, it does like a cool animation. It works in both dark mode and light mode, but my favorite one is Macintosh. This wasn't announced during the keynote, but it gives you this pixel vibe basically, and you're able to always select the colors too. If you prefer like the classic, like almost like a gray style one, but they also do have the dark gray one that we know and love, and it also supports dark and light mode. So this is really unique, and it's always as random. The next new improvement, a cool feature that I really do like the most, is the FaceTime. And it has a couple very awesome features. You see, by launching FaceTime, now we have the ability to blur our backgrounds. You see right here. If you tap over here on the corner, you can now change the background finally to a nice solid color. You can do some of Apple's iconic wallpapers, or you could actually add an actual photo of your choice. And then if we start like a FaceTime call, on the top portion, we are given this new display overlay where you can actually mirror your display on your FaceTime call or share certain things. So if we open up Safari as an example, and we go up here and go into our share screen ability, you click on the window itself that you like to share instead of hitting the entire screen. So you can literally just share that entire window by itself. Then the password app is also new. Here it is. This is how it looks like. The same password app that we have seen on iPhones as well as the iPads on the latest version of iPadOS 18 and iOS 18, where by unlocking this, it'll organize all your important things to the point where you can see which email address is compromised, which one you deleted. You can manage your Wi-Fi, as well as create custom QR codes for others to scan. If you have any authentication codes you like to add, you can always just add them right here. And then your passkey management is also located here. And if you like to share your passwords with friends and family, you always have the ability right now. Now we have the ability to actually share certain passcodes to people in our family or dedicated groups or from your contact. And you can create a new group so you can manage it in a separate tab right down here. Now the window snapping was an amazing feature which will throw a lot of third-party apps away. And the way it works is super easy. You can move it to either the right side and it'll automatically snap in place like this, just like that. And if you tap any of these blank sections, this will quickly take you back to your default wallpaper. So you have access to your icons and stuff over here and click anywhere to go back. And then if you like to add more, instead of just these two, you can always hover over the green icon from one of these icons. This will also pop up, allowing you to even organize it some more. So that's how that works. And you can have as much as 4 if you want. Now we've seen all the cool iMessage abilities that we receive on our iPhone as well as our iPad. Same applies here on iMessage on a Mac. By loading up a text message, if you enter like your message like this, I'm literally just typing in everything I said. You can either select the entire text like this or highlight a certain text in that sentence, right click, and you can add those same effects that we saw earlier. You could even underline or bold them too if you want to add certain effects like this. The whole tool and the whole shebang that iPhones will receive can also be found on the Mac computer as well. And here you can also find your translation, and there's a new spell and grammar check right here but I'm sure it's going to utilize Apple Intelligence once that becomes available. And then if you like to send a message like later, not sure what I was typing up here, tap the plus right here, and this will allow you to actually schedule it. So you can actually schedule it at a certain time and date, hit enter. It makes a weird noise, and then you can go back and also edit the time or edit the message in general, or delete it if you change your mind. Then the calculator app also received a major overhaul over here, as you find more interesting tools available to your hand. By launching the calculator app, the UI is fairly similar to the previous one. Your back key is right here, but now there's different modes you can select from. If you want the traditional one, that way you're used to seeing on like iPhones where you have it on landscape mode. Programmer, if you know how to use this, you're awesome. But quick overview on what's new on the calculator app. My most favorite app is probably the Notes, as I'm a user that strongly use Notes on a daily basis. And now on the Notes app, we got given a lot of new tools. So one of which is the audio ability, where you can actually record like a class lecture and then just allow it to record. And then once you stop, once you're done, once you're satisfied, and then it will then make a transcript, which you could use to read right there. Or you could click on it again, go into this icon, and you can actually copy and paste the text if you want to move it somewhere else. That's my quick attempt to quickly copy and paste. When you highlight some of these, if you notice, if you go in here and go into the color icon, there's more colors, new colors that Apple added. And then my favorite feature of them all that was secretly added is if you use highlights, and we change this to a heading, if you put anything underneath this, I'm just typing in random stuff, not really trying to type in anything. Headings can now be collapsible. So if you're trying to organize your subjects with a down arrow, you now can do that on Notes. So moving along, getting out of here, another cool thing is the Safari highlights. By going into like websites like 9to5Mac, by simply clicking on an article, if you ever find yourself on a website filled with like a lot of ads, it just makes the whole platform unusable. 9to5Mac is perfectly fine. There's a nice balance with its ads. But up here, there's now new highlight ability. This is also found on the iPhones too. For some reason, it's not loading on me, so I'm gonna refresh real quick. There we go. So it will actually bring up the whole entire article like this, removing all the, well, organizing the annoying ads. So it just makes it easier to read. And if you want to, you can change the style and the fonts as well, including the text size in this new summary. But pretty soon, Apple will also allow us to take the important information of certain websites, like if you're looking for hotels and you're having a hard time navigating their website, it'll organize their contact information, their location, as well as their business hours, all in one single tab. This also includes articles or websites that mention like songs. It will show you the song right then and there, so you could go and listen to it on Apple Music, or even a TV show of a movie or something like that. It could be synced with Apple TV, so you could begin watching it right then and there. So it's basically the Safari highlights in a nutshell. But aside from that, those are the new features, amazing things, integrations that we will be receiving for an upcoming version of macOS Sequoia, which should be released sometime during the fall of this year. But next month, the public beta will be available. But as the time making this video, I'm currently using the developer beta on my iMac, and it's running pretty well, shockingly, minus the iPhone mirroring ability. But maybe in the next beta update, we'll have that ability unlocked finally. So let me know in the comment section, what do you think about this? What feature are you most excited for? Now, if you'd like to watch more, check out this video over there where I go through all the new changes that's coming out for iOS 18 for Apple CarPlay. Definitely do check out that video because they added a couple interesting stuff. Not a massive overhaul, but definitely some new useful tools and new useful tab that we haven't seen ever get added before, the accessibility tab. Find out more in that video over there. Thank you so much for watching.